about a fresh pig's ear? Hi everyone, today I'm going to do a little bit of meal prep and make some bacon danishes, hot dog buns, and a pizza crust, all using the BBBE protein bread. I'm Anita from KetogenicWoman.com, where I share keto and carnivore recipes and other cooking ideas. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you check out some of my other videos too. And for those of you returning, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Okay, so it's the weekend. I made some bacon danishes a while back. They were really good, but they were not suitable for BBBE because of the dairy and the custard. So I made some the other day that they were also good, but then last night while I was sleeping, or actually while I was laying there awake, I dreamt of a better way to make them. So that's what I'm going to do today, along with some hot dog buns, pizza crust, because I'm going to have enough batter for all three of these things. And that'll kind of be some of my meal prep for the weekend. I want to give you a house update first though. Moving on April 15th into I want to call it a condo slash townhouse. It's all one level. It's ground floor. It's in a gated community. They call it a townhouse. To me, it looks like a condo. So whatever it is, it's got a great kitchen. So there'll be just a sneak preview of what the kitchen looks like up there. And when we actually move in, we'll show some more pictures, and yeah, it's going to be great. So it is all done now. All I have to do is pack.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff will I'll just hold out to the bitter end on some of these things, and then it'll just be going away, and probably I don't know what's going to happen with that last week before moving day, but anyways, it'll just happen. So let's get on with the bread making, because I need to make the BBBE bread before I can make these other things. And if you saw that video, you'll know there's really only 4 or 5 ingredients, depending on if you count salt as an ingredient or not. Egg white powder, bone broth powder, salt, eggs. I'm going to separate my eggs. So I need egg whites and egg yolks, and I think that's it.
Can't remember. I think that's it.
Anyways, so I'm going to get started with separating the egg whites. I just wanted to show you what was in it, and I will link down the original recipe video below. So I'm going to use 6 eggs separated. Okay, I have 6 yolks and 6 whites. I'm just going to move this out of the way and wash my hands. I'm going to be using all 6 yolks today for this recipe because 3 of the yolks are going to be going back into the bread. That helps to soften it up and give a better texture. The other 3 yolks are going to be used to make the custard for the bacon danishes. So I'll just set those aside for now and put the eggs away. So the other thing that I want in here is bone broth powder. I'm using the Now brand. You can use any brand. If your bone broth has fat in it, add it at the end. Otherwise, your egg whites could deflate when you're mixing this up. My scoop is 30 grams, and I'm just going to weigh it because the scoops don't always scoop up properly. Okay, so I have 30 grams of bone broth powder, and I need 42 grams of the egg white powder. That's my oven. It's set to 325. I'm going to use the Redmond's onion salt today. I kind of like these flavored salts. 1/4 teaspoon, that. What I like about this recipe is that there's no allulose or any sweetener of any kind. Everything in here is carnivore friendly, BBBE friendly. So, and I just find if there's no fat in what you're putting in, you can mix it all together at the beginning, which is so much easier.
Okay.
A lot of people ask me about cream of tartar. So I don't live in a high humidity place, at least not right now. Sometimes it can get that way, summer rains and everything. But right now, it's all good. So I don't find I need the cream of tartar, so I just leave it out. But you might want it or need it, so it's kind of an individual preference. I always prefer to use, the minimal amount of ingredients wherever possible. Okay, so I'm going to mix this up I'm going to mix it on high for probably 3 to 5 minutes is all it seems to take here with my ingredients in my kitchen. Yours may vary. While this is mixing, I'm going to make the sauce, although I do need to take out 3 of these egg yolks for in here. So I'm going to do that first. I need to steal 3 egg yolks. Some of my egg yolks broke, so it's a bit of a challenge. Okay. So I have 3 egg yolks for the bread, 3 egg yolks for my custard, which I don't really, this is what I dreamed up during the night, and so I think it's going to work. It's going to be kind of like the butter mayo, but just a little different. So I'm going to get this going. Okay, I'm going to turn that off because it's done, and I'll tell you what I did. First of all, you probably saw me change. I decided that the whippers would be better than the beaters in this recipe. This is 3 egg yolks. I melted 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 for each egg yolk. I'm kind of, guessing at proportions here. I'm just hoping it's going to taste a little bit like a hollandaise. And it'll make a good custard when it's baked. I'm going to put a tablespoon of 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar in here. Half a tablespoon. You see, I'm making it up as I go. Sorry, guys. It just sort of came to me. I'll write it down below so that you don't have to remember my many changes here. So I'm waiting for it to really thicken up, and then I will slowly drizzle in the melted butter. Okay, I think it's going to make a great custard, actually. All right, so the last thing I need to do with this is to put in the egg yolks. So I'm just going to start this up again. Okay. So this is the consistency that it should be. It should still, even though we've put in egg yolks, which is, a source of fat, which can collapse your egg whites, it's still a nice stiff consistency. So that's what we want. So I mentioned I'm making hot dog buns. I'm using one of these perforated pans. I love this size. It's perfect size, making 4 buns. But I find that I do have to spray them, or they just seem to stick. The other silicone I don't spray. So I'm using the coconut oil spray. And I'm just going to, I guess, start filling my I'm gonna make my Danishes, my buns, whatever's left over will be a pizza crust. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking a spoon and flattening it out and making a little well in the middle. I do have bacon for this. It's pre-cooked. I cooked it yesterday. Okay, so there's the little well. Now my buns. I'm not sure how much pizza crust will be left, but hopefully some, or maybe none. I don't know, because I like to kind of pile the buns up high so that they're fluffy. I just wasn't sure how much batter I would have, so there might not be a pizza crust, which is fine. I'm going all in on the buns. There's not enough for a good sized pizza crust anyway, so I'm going to pile this high. I'm just going to fix this up a bit before I pile in some more. This will make some nice fluffy buns. You want them big enough so that you can slice them down the middle and stick a hot dog in. I'm just going to grab my bacon. I'm very grateful nobody ate it last night when I wasn't looking. So now I've got my sauce here, custard. I'm going to put a couple of tablespoons in each one. I'm probably going to have some left over, but that's okay. This is going to be good with some eggs or even with some meat.
Oops.
I may have put too much in that one. It might overflow. This is why you want the little well. This is like a thinner version of the bacon mayo. And now we can crumble up some bacon. I have 6 slices of bacon here. For those of you that do your macros, then you can pretty much count 1 slice of bacon per Danish. Although I do have to admit, I did nibble on a few. So when you do yours, you'll have a little more bacon than I have here. Last, I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more onion salt on top. All right, so in they go. Normally I would spend a little more time smoothing that over. Maybe I'm just gonna spend 1 more second doing that. So that doesn't look quite so alien when it comes out, but they're good, it's fine. Okay, these are going in at 325. I'm gonna do about 15 minutes. Okay, I'll see you back here. I will check them at 10 minutes, just in case, but I'll see you back here in about 15 minutes. Okay, so we have hot dogs and we have Danishes. So these I took out right away. I don't know why, I guess I could have left them in, but I basically turned the oven off at 15 minutes and I let these ones stay and I took these out for some reason. You could leave them in. Normally with the bread, I brush with butter. Hang on, I have to throw a ball. I brush the top with butter. And I meant to do that, but I forgot. I find that brushing the top with some butter keeps it from getting sticky. So also not putting it in the fridge keeps the tops from getting sticky. So I will see how these ones are, if there's any left tomorrow. There might be a couple left tomorrow, and if they get sticky or not, because that was the theory I had. But let's take a look at how these turned out. So I did spray this. I don't know if I sprayed it enough because I just gave it a light spray, but let's see. I kind of feel like this one might be sticking just a little. Oh no, here it comes. Okay, so here is the bun. I'm just going to grab a knife so you can see the texture, because these are pretty much, of all the buns I've tried, I mean, I know it's my, my tweak that did it, but they're the fluffiest. And I like fluffy buns with my hot dogs, so I will show you how fluffy they are. So look at that texture. Put a hot dog in there and I'm a happy girl. So that reminds me, the hot dogs, just as I was waiting for these to come out of the oven, somebody on Facebook messaged me and asked me where I can get clean hot dogs from. So the ones from my butcher, Heritage Meats, I go there a lot. They actually are the only ones I've seen so far in this area that sell hot dogs that they've made. Like they don't have any kind of they just say Heritage Meats on them. So they make them in-house. They're pretty clean. They're just beef and seasonings. Other than that, I just buy something that says 0 carbs. There's a couple of brands in most supermarkets that say 0 carbs. Like I think it's Maple Leaf, but I'm not 100% sure. And I know they're not 100% clean, but when you get a hot dog craving, just go for the cleanest one. And I don't have them that often, so you know, there's my hot dog thing. Okay, so fluffy buns, yes. Let's see how the Danish turned out. This one is still a little warm because I had it in the oven until now. Ooh, so they look nice that way. Let's see, I'm interested in the custard because I was kind of agonizing over that one. So the custard set, okay. Yeah. It's really good. So I think I didn't have any lemon, and that's why I used the apple cider vinegar. I think if you put a half a tablespoon of lemon in instead of the apple cider vinegar, it would give it just a little more tang, and it would kind of taste like a hollandaise custard, which would be really nice. But it is actually really good, and I can definitely see having, you know, a couple of these for breakfast, maybe with some sausages or more bacon on the side. So to heat them up, I would probably put them in a toaster oven or in the air fryer, or maybe microwave them, but very lightly. One of the things with microwaving these is it can make them tough. So microwave just for a few seconds on a paper towel or something. But yeah, I like it. I think it's really good. It's got the right amount of crispiness on the crust, and it's a nice change from just bacon and eggs, even though it is bacon and eggs. So anyways, I think that's all I have for today. Oh, Teddy, you've been such a good boy. Look at him just waiting patiently for a little bite. I will see you next time. Again, you know, moving is so unpredictable as far as my time and what I have. I go to make something and oh, it's packed. That thing that I need is packed, and so it's been driving me a little crazy. But that's going to be my life for the next few weeks until things are settled and back to normal. But I'll see you when I see you next time. Thanks for watching. Here you go, Daddy. Come here. Sit.
Oh. I meant to put the whites in there. And the yolks go in here. Okay, I need to talk to you for a second. While this is mixing, I am going to make the hollandaise sauce. I said hollandaise sauce. There you go. While allowed, I won't be able to talk during that time, which could be a blessing for some people.